Hey, this is Pam Rachel, the Groovy Boomer Bot Babe, and I'm here today to talk about the biggest mistake marketers are making with Facebook ads. So give me 1 second. Let me get out of that so that I don't block the screen. All right. So let's talk about ad objectives when setting up an ad on Facebook. So Facebook makes it really simple to show you which objectives are more valuable. The most valuable thing here at the lower right side is store visits. So that's the most difficult because you got to get people off their butt, get them in their car to drive to your location to buy a product or use your service, right? That is the most difficult conversion objective. The simplest objective is to show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them, not to click on them, not to comment on them, but that they might potentially remember having seen your ads. That is what's called a brand awareness objective. Now, I don't know about you, but let's say I'm an e-commerce store owner and I'm going to give my money to someone else in exchange for marketing and advertising. I don't want to pay for awareness. I don't need people to know that I exist. I need people to want to buy my thing, my product or my service, right? So why would someone use the awareness objective? Well, companies like Pepsi, Walgreens, Progressive Insurance, Charmin toilet paper, they do awareness campaigns because they know you're not going to sign up for insurance when you see their ad. You're not going to buy toilet paper right there on the spot. So there's no sense in them running a conversion objective because they know that you're not just sitting around going, man, I really want some new insurance. But at some point, everyone goes to get toilet paper or to get a Pepsi or to get toothpaste, insurance. These things are what a normal person they were going to get it anyway. So the more awareness they have of a certain brand, the more potential you'll have that they'll remember your brand and then buy your product. So unless you're one of those big brands and your marketing agency suggests doing a brand awareness campaign, you really need to ask, why are they suggesting that? Unless you actually don't care about sales and your goal is brand awareness. My most valuable objective in my agency is reach. And right now you're thinking, but wait a minute, why would I ever use this? Why would I use an ad that just shows to the maximum number of people? I'm going to show you guys something that we use called the reverse funnel. All right, so let's look at what the majority of marketing agencies do when building a funnel for a client. They start at the top of the funnel, reaching out to a completely cold audience. This is where you catch the most people. As you can see, the top of the funnel is the largest section of the funnel. So they use a conversion objective because they want the end result to be sales. So Facebook's algorithm goes out into a huge pool of people trying to find those who would be interested in your product or service. That's what the algorithm does. And I'm going to expand on this a little bit later. So the conversion objective is telling Facebook to optimize to find people that are likely to visit your website or likely to engage with your ad. It's basically asking Facebook, who's the cheapest people to find in this huge pool of people that we can show this ad to? The ones who make it into the funnel are going to be leads. These will be people who are interested but haven't bought from you yet. Then there's going to be people who add to the cart and abandon the cart, and then the people who buy from you. Now, here's the number one mistake marketers make. They forgot those who have made it to the bottom point of your funnel, where they should open another funnel for them to get them to rebuy. So think about it. Why aren't we addressing these people differently? Most marketers, when they see that you've gotten paying customers that went through their funnel, that's it, they're done. So we do something called a reverse funnel. And the idea behind that is, how do you now get someone to buy more from you? And you know now that they like your brand, your service, or your product. Wouldn't this be the best audience to target now? And I'll let you in on a little secret. When I start working with an e-commerce client, this is the audience that I start my marketing to, not a cold audience. Most marketers don't do it that way. So as soon as somebody buys, we say, how can we get that person to buy again? This is where 99% of marketing agencies make a crucial mistake. They start another ad and another funnel all over again from top to bottom, and they go right back to the hardest audience to get leads. Getting someone new to become aware of your brand, interested in your brand, and hopefully buy from you is significantly more difficult than targeting people who have already become your customers. So if you're an e-commerce business owner or you're looking for more business for your product or services, listen up. When we start working with a company, I go to the bottom of the funnel and I ask, what can we do for these people who have already purchased your goods or services? This is where we get back to the reach objective. Remember when we first started the video, I was showing you the different objectives that Facebook gives us for marketing. In a reach objective, I can show this ad to only a buyer audience. I want those buyers to see this ad as many times as possible. And this makes perfect sense. Most marketers neglect to consider using a different objective based on whether somebody's already taken an action. So this is the biggest mistake in marketing agencies today. When you tell your marketer or agency that you want to start a new ad, they make a huge mistake of using a conversion objective because they misunderstand the algorithm of Facebook. Now, you may say, Pam, but I want them to buy, so why wouldn't I use a conversion objective if I want a sale? So let me explain why we would use the reach objective. The algorithm works by seeing you've got this pool of people who already converted. So we say, hey, Facebook, I don't need you to find buyers because everybody in this audience is already a buyer. Did you catch that? Right? Right now, you should be having a huge aha moment. We don't need to tell Facebook to target conversions when we can target buyers, because if you do a new ad to target new buyers, Facebook has to reassign its algorithm to you. So for example, let's say you already have 5,000 buyers and you run a conversion ad for a new product and it only reaches 2,000 people and you're going, well, why is that happening? Number one, because the targeting algorithm might have changed by now, and I'm talking about the new iOS update, which you may be familiar with. And number two, because now Facebook is running your ad to a brand new cold pool of people trying to find those who would be interested in buying from you. But the algorithm doesn't know yet because this is a new ad. It doesn't know who's likely to buy. This is generally a longer and more costly process because it takes time for Facebook to relearn who is the most likely to buy from you. The bottom line is the conversion objective is the most work for the Facebook algorithm. However, when we use a reach ad to your already warm audience, Facebook already knows the algorithm is who is most likely to buy from you. So think of it this way. It's like making a clone of your perfect buyer profile. And this is how we make the algorithm work less, using reach ads to buyers and then sending them into Messenger. This technique is going to get you a lot more traffic, a lot cheaper. And guess what else is great? We can use the same strategy for those abandoned carts or for website visitors for as long as the Facebook pixel is working on your website. As a messenger marketing agency for my clients, the most valuable service I offer is driving your traffic into Messenger. Initially, we can do that with a click to Messenger ad and get them as a subscriber to go through your funnel in Messenger. And once you have people in Messenger, it's a much more powerful platform to be able to reach out to them again this way. If you've run traditional ads in the past and have not taken advantage of Messenger, if you've got an email list or a past buyer list, we can get them into Messenger pretty easily. Our main objective is always who is going to be most likely to buy from our seller or service provider. So I hope this short video gave you some crazy value. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you're on my fan page. I will be running a e-commerce challenge sometime within the next 4 to 6 weeks. So send me a message if you'd like me to put you on the list to be notified when that's going live. This is Pamela Rachel, the Groovy Boomer Bot Babe. And I thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.